How's it going, guys, and welcome back. So last week we did a video showing the solution to the code and combinations on all the safes and lockers in Resident Evil 2 Remake, but we got a lot of questions in the comment section of that video asking how do we actually go about solving these codes, where do we get these answers from? So that's exactly what this video is going to be. It's going to be in-depth explained of how to get the solution to each of the combinations on Resident Evil 2 Remake. So with that said, let's just jump straight into it. The first two combinations we're going to need in the game are going to be the two to unlock Leon's desk, which can be found inside the west office on the first floor of the police station. The way to solve this one is actually very easy, as most of you have probably already figured it out by yourselves. There's going to be a document on top of this very same desk where we need to unlock the padlocks. The specific document is going to be called the Rookie's First Assignment, and in this document it explains to us to unlock each of the lock pads, what we need to do is get the first letter of each of the first names of all of our co-workers, and that'll be the combinations we need. So following this rule, if we check the nameplates on the desk of each of our co-workers, starting on the left hand side, the first one, as we can see here, is going to be an N. The second one is going to be an E. And then the third one is going to be a D. So with this, we know that the code to unlock the left lock pad on the desk is going to be NED, spells out Ned. And then we're just going to do the exact same thing on the right hand side. However, for the right hand side ones, it's going to be from closest to further away, and the third one can be found here on the floor. For me, it was covered in blood. It may have been because I killed a zombie right on top of it. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same every time, and it can be a little bit hard to see, but just in case, it is a G. So once we've done that, we can insert this code into the right hand side of the lock pad, and that is going to be the first puzzle solved. Now, moving on to the first actual safe on the game can be found inside the same west office of the first floor of the police station. And the way to figure out the combination for this is going to be inside the Stars office, which is on the second floor, also of the west wing of the police station. As soon as we enter the Stars office room, we want to take a left and go inside the smaller office inside. This is going to be the desk where we pick up the battery, and just behind that desk is going to be a document. If we read that document, we'll be able to see the solution to this safe code, which is going to be 9 left, 15 right, 7 left. As soon as we get to the second floor, instead of continuing up to the third floor, if we continue into the shower room, here we can find the first locker. And most of you have probably already seen at this point somewhere on the internet that the solution to this is CAP, but a lot of people have asked, where do we actually get this answer from? Where is it shown? They've checked every document and they just can't seem to find it. So the way to find this is we're going to go down to the operations room, which is the one where we jump through that window and we get the map for the first time visiting on the first floor of the west wing of the police station. This is going to be after we get the cutting tool from the outside area where the helicopter crashes, and now we can break through to the back end room of the operations room. Once in here, if we look to the left as soon as we enter the room, we'll be able to see a whiteboard. Written on that whiteboard, we can see in big CAP just below locker room, and that is going to be the answer to the first locker. The second locker of the game is going to be just a little bit further up the stairs from the previous one. If we carry on up to the third floor, just before we take a right to pick up the first key, there's going to be another locker at the far end of the hallway. This one is going to be a little bit more tricky to figure out. The way to actually solve this one is we're going to have to continue through the game until we get to the basement of the police station, where we need the parking key card to be able to exit the parking garage. And from here, we're going to take a right and go into the firing range. And we'll notice in the back of the firing range, there's going to be a door we can open where we need the diamond key. The way to get the diamond key is from the morgue in the very same area, if you don't have that yet. And inside this back room of the firing range, we're going to find a photo reel. If we examine this photo reel, we'll be able to see it's called the third floor locker. And this by itself doesn't really do much, but if we take this photo reel to the dark room, which can be found just below the stairway on the west wing of the police station first floor, and then we go into the back little room of the dark room, and in here we'll be able to reveal the photo reel, and this will reveal to us the code for this locker, which is going to be DCM. Now, the second safe of this game we can find on the second floor of the police station, east wing, in the waiting room. It's going to be located just behind the desk. The way to figure out the combination for this safe is going to be in the observation room, which is also located on the east wing of the police station, this time on the first floor. It's going to be very close to where we pick up the box that we need to combine with the red jewel later on. And in here, as soon as we enter the room, we're going to take a right, and here we'll be able to find the document. And scribbled onto the top of this document, we'll be able to see the combination for this safe is going to be 6 left, 2 right, 11 left. Now, the final locker in the game can be found inside the control room, which is down here in the sewers. The way to figure this one out is very tricky, at the same time is very obvious if you happen to sort of look at it and just click. We're going to access the workers break room, and in here we're going to find a flyer, an advertisement for a jazz festival. And here we can notice that there's going to be 3 specific letters that are circled with red circles, and we're just simply going to read these from top to bottom, which would be S at the top of the page, then the Z in the middle, and then the F down at the bottom from Fee. And that is going to be the combination for the final locker, S, Z, F. Now all we have left is the third and final safe of the game, which can be found also down in the sewers in the treatment pool room. Right down at the south end of this room, we can see there's going to be a safe. This one is actually the easiest of all of them to figure out the code for, though many people just don't find it because it's almost too easy. What we need to do for this one is literally just look at the right hand side of the safe, and it's been engraved into the safe itself. That is going to be the combination to open this safe. So that is it, guys. That is the mystery behind each and all of the lock pads available in Resident Evil 2 Remake. I hope you did find this video helpful, guys. If you did, don't forget the thumbs up button, subscribe for more content coming very soon, and we'll see you next time.